Hi guys, great to see you all. Thanks so much for coming. So I'm sorry to wake you from your slumbers, but if you wouldn't mind just slowly starting to make your way up into what's called a child's pose. So you might want to just roll to your right and slowly make your way up. And so we're going to start the class today just basically on your shins. And you can bring your knees nice and wide apart, and depending on how hips feel, tops of the feet feel, you might need to kind of adjust accordingly, i.e. bringing your knees a little closer in or wide apart. And then just let your bottom creep down towards your heels, and then let your head come down towards the floor. And then you can do things with your arms. You can let your arms stretch out towards the front. And you can just, even bring them beside you, or make your hands like a little pillow. Just going to do some nice kind of flowing poses as such. And all of this is like some exercises, movements, strung together to like stretch you out, strengthen you up, and then you'll pop out the other side of that hour feeling, hopefully, completely refreshed and revitalized. So just take it at your own pace. Stop when you want to stop. Come into this position if you want to come into this position. This is a good one. It's called a child's pose. So the heat is there just as an aid, just to help you get into the movements, the poses, and also kind of enhance that feeling of release as well. So if anyone's got any injuries that they're working with, now's a good time just to let me know. And I might come around, assist, adjust, massage. If you don't want to be touched, no problem at all, just let me know. And if you've got any allergies to oils in particular, again, it's worth just flagging that too. So breathing is a wonderful ability just to help you relax, stay calm, but also energize you at the same time. If you can breathe through your nose nice and smooth and steady, it's a really helpful tool. And so to start to utilize your breathing much more efficiently, just simply by breathing through your nose. It's also a really nice tool to help you stay focused. So whenever your mind's wandering off, you can use that as the ability just to bring it back a little bit. So from here, you can start to move your arms a little bit. Start to walk your right arm a little bit more forward than your left. Start to feel an opening through the right-hand side of your body, perhaps. And as you do so, you can almost start to turn your head a little bit from right to left as well, or whichever way it feels most comfortable when you draw the right arm forward. And then you can do the same on the other side too. Good. And when you're ready, you can start to lift yourself up onto all fours, onto your hands and your knees, and just slowly working your way up. And I don't know, I quite like to start with my wrists, certainly, just to give these guys a bit of love. You can just start to turn the fingers out to the side, maybe rock a little bit, and you can even start to turn them inwards a touch. And you can even do things by bring them a little closer together and even curling the toes, and you can just start to work into your wrists as well as your feet at the same time too. whatever you feel most comfortable with. Good, and we'll just start with what's called a cat-cow, so just a nice way to warm up your spine. So you can just start to lift the chest and look up and feel what's going on in your middle lower back there. And you're going to pull your tummy in and then push and dome your back up. So really round through that bit. And we'll do a few more together so you can come back the way you came. Add some breathing to it. Look up and lift up as you breathe in. And then when you breathe out, really push and dome your back up. Use your arms, nice. Do a couple more. If you want to close your eyes, do that. And then really pull your tummy in and push and dome your back up. Do one more, why not? Good. Curl the toes. You're going to start to work your bottom back towards your heels. Feel the soles of the feet start to stretch open a touch. And then start to lift your bottom all the way up and come up into what's called a down-facing dog. We're going to work into a couple of options of vinyasa. If you've never seen them before, have a little look. Otherwise, just join straight in. Okay? So the first one, we're going to roll into a plank position. And as you roll into the plank, in your plank, push and round through your upper back and then tilt the pelvis towards your face. You can then drop your knees to the floor and then bring the tops of the feet to the floor. Keep your elbows super tight to your body as you hover all the way down towards the mat. As you come down, you're then just going to lift your chest up without using your hands and then bring your chest all the way back down. Push your bottom back towards your heels and then lift all the way back up into a down-facing dog. Good. Second option, if you want to go a little bit more energetic, you're going to come into a plank position, roll forwards, round through your upper back, tilt the pelvis towards your face, and then hover yourself down without dropping your knees to about elbow height. Then come onto the tops of the feet, press to the tops of the feet, and now activate your legs and protect your lower back. And then lift your bottom all the way back up into your starting position, your down dog. Yeah, so we'll do, let's do two more together. So choose the option you'd like to do. Add some breathing to it. So breathe in, come into a plank position. And then breathe out as you hover down, dropping your knees, chest down. Inhale as you lift the chest up. And then breathe out as you lift the bottom all the way back up. Good, do one more. So roll it into a plank position. Hover yourself down. Breathe in as you lift the chest up, pressing through the tops of the feet, soften through your elbows as two. Stops the hyperextension, and then lift the bottom all the way back up. Good. All right, let's move a little bit differently now. Lift the right leg up nice and high. As you lift it up, you're then going to bend the right knee and roll your right hip open. Cool, this is called a split dog. Now bring your right foot all the way in between your hands. And you might find your right foot gets stuck, so you can then draw the right foot forward in between the hands. Drop the back knee onto the floor and bring the hands on the inside edge of the right foot. Wiggle the right foot out to the side a little bit more. And find a point with your hips where you're like comfortable with. So you can either stay on your hands, or if you want to drop onto your forearms, you're welcome to. But find a point where you can just stay there for a couple of moments. Focus on what you can feel in your hips. Close your eyes and breathe. Good. Lifting yourself back up. Keep the left hand planted on the floor. Draw the right hand to the inside edge of the right thigh. And then you can even lift the right arm all the way towards the sky. How does that feel across your chest? And then if you're feeling up for it, you can even bend the back leg and take hold of the back foot. However, that is an option and only an option. Good. And then you can release the left leg, bring the right hand down onto the floor, curl the back toes, and then step back into a plank position. Hover down. Breathe in and lift the chest all the way up. Press through the tops of the feet, and then breathe out, lift the bottom all the way back up. Nice. So shoulders, give a little space in between those guys, and then that will use the side body muscles a bit more. Left leg lifts up nice and high. Bend the knee and roll the hip. Bring your left foot all the way in between your hands. Use your hand to draw it forward if it gets stuck, and drop the back knee onto the floor. Bring the hands on the inside edge of the left foot. Sink, fold, ease yourself down. Lift yourself back up. Keep the right hand planted, draw the left hand to the inside edge of the left thigh. Work it open a little bit. Lift the left arm to the sky. And if you're up for it, you can always reach around and grab the foot if you did on the other side. Release the foot. Curl the back toes. Step back into a plank. And hover down, knees, chest down. Breathe in and lift the chest up. Come onto the tops of the feet. Breathe out, lift the bottom all the way back up. Good.